Hello and welcome to In Case You Missed It, This Week in Healthcare. Let's start with Kaiser News. They are moving into the state of Nevada for the first time. They have a deal on paper, not regulatorily approved yet, with Renown Health, another not-for-profit entity in the state of Nevada, mostly in the Reno area. This is a joint partnership where they will be providing services in and around that Reno area. So for you Kaiser lovers, they're coming to Nevada for the first time ever. Over to the Department of Health and Human Services with the MAHA report came out recently. They're going to be focusing on a number of things, one of which is children's health, emphasizing improving children's health by addressing nutrition and environmental standards. Also in the report is a focus on electronic health records and electronic health information and penalties for entities that are blocking the flow of this information, either between entities like hospitals and clinics or directly to the consumer or to the end user who needs to see their health records. So there'll be lots of penalties, and they're actually requesting to tattletale on entities that you feel are blocking your access to health information electronically. AI for research is a big thing in the release, but they're calling it augmented intelligence rather than artificial intelligence, and they'll be using a lot of this in identifying and treating diseases. Finally, in the report, the more talk about vaccines, outlining how they want to review the schedule of childhood vaccines, saying they want to use a transparent and gold standard science to review when children should be getting certain vaccines. Obviously, this drew immediate criticism from public health experts who have accused Kennedy and his team of undermining science at every turn with vaccines. There is an impending telehealth cliff for our Medicare friends. So back when COVID was raging, there was lots of bills passed, and one of which allowed for telehealth visits, telephone visits, video visits like this to be reimbursed at a similar or same level as in-person visits for doctors. So of course, doctors made their time available to have telehealth and virtual visits in some form to Medicare recipients. This was a tremendous help to our Medicare population, who is generally older, of course, many of them rural, many of them not as mobile. So this particular provision that increases the reimbursements to doctors without congressional action ends on September 30th. So we have millions of Medicare recipients very fearful that they're not going to be able to interact with their health care like they have been the last 5 years. The Trump administration has directed HHS to direct the FDA to tell all of big pharma that they need to have a full list of safety warnings in their drug advertisements, aiming to ensure customers see a fair balance of risk and benefits. Ultimately, this is a focus on closing a 1997 loophole that allowed big pharma to advertise their medications to the public directly through commercials, through all the different types of mediums, with barely mentioning what some of the side effects and issues could be, instead referring people back to external resources to learn more about that. So this is really about helping the consumer have a fair and honest understanding of what this medication might or might not do for them and to them. Finally, the Department of Labor, they released their semi-annual report of the different regulations or deregulations they'll be focusing on in this half year. There was nearly 150 proposals through the Department of Labor, most of which are deregulatory in nature, allowing Trump administration to deliver on its promises to business that they were going to help make life easier, make business easier, cut red tape, and allow really try to unleash small business in America. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next week.